aren't you blinking? There we go. In 3, 2, 1.
A group of assistants gathered around the old man's desk. None of them knew what the fantastic-looking thing was supposed to do.
I am totally computer functional.
The morning stream, 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 the morning stream.
F*** off, hairball. This is the morning stream.
The morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the morning stream for Tuesday, August 11th, 2020. I happen to be Scott Johnson. I'm pretty sure he's Brian Ibbett. Good morning.
Unless we both made a magical wish at the same time that lightning struck a crystal skull, I'm still Brian Ibbett. You're still Scott Johnson.
Okay, good. Hey, I just did that thing Patrick hates. I said welcome back. I shouldn't do that. I should say
Whatever. You know what? You do what you want to do. Don't let some French scarf wearing, baguette eating business change the way we do things around here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what would he say? I'd say, hey, Patrick, what are your thoughts? And he'd say,
I'm not saying your literal penis.
oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, there you go.
Something about a literal penis. Okay.
Literal penis.
All right. How about this?
By the way,
F it. I'm just going to say it.
Oh, okay. All right.
the political attacks commercials are going back and forth right now. Like all that stuff is ramping up, and not just the ones with the presidency, but we've got ones locally here for Senate. And is it Senate? Oh,
Yeah, there's
I
a
can't even
Senate.
remember what the guy's running. It must be.
There's a big
guy
Senate.
running for Senate.
Yeah, there's a big Senate thing this year. Plus, what else? Oh, you probably have a new governor thing going on, maybe?
That's the deal. It's governor.
Yeah.
And John Hickenlooper is our current dude. He actually for a little while was actually in the Democratic nominee group among the 45 people vying for the job.
Wow. Okay. Hickenlooper.
And no, he's going for Senate right now, and he's going up against a guy named Cory Gardner, and so they've got their political ads going back and forth. The current one for John Hickenlooper is referring to him as a flim-flam artist, which
a flim-flam
which I
artist.
just love the fact that we're going back to phrases like he's a flim-flam artist.
I guess it's coming full circle, dude. We're back to like 1920s mudslinging.
Get me my sarsaparilla. I'm gonna go vote.
I'm voting for the one who isn't a flim-flam artist.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to unearth,
It's
isn't
a
it?
weird thing to call him. Yeah, exactly. He's a flim-flam artist.
I don't think I've heard that. Oh, maybe since I was a kid and only in like a cartoon or something.
Sure. I would think Grandpa Simpson probably said it at one point.
Yeah. Man yells at clouds. All right. Hey, things to do, stuff to talk about. As you know, Tuesdays
many things.
Tuesdays are often full of things to talk about. And so, okay. All right, let me get back to the whole thing. You know the thing about mail? We got mail issues. Mail seems to be slowing down. It's a little uncertain.
Yes.
I've heard from a few
Yes.
mail carriers saying, yeah, for some reason they removed some sorting machines from 2 of our facilities. We don't know why. Like, there's all this stuff going on. And I got this email. This is from, I didn't get his name. Dang it. I meant to get his name, and I didn't get his name. Anyway, he says, basically gave us a hint as what's going on. It says, mentioned on Wednesday's show, episode 1971, you guys had noticed delays in the mail. The following article explains, as a mailman/mail person, aren't they mail carrier? What do they call themselves?
Postal carriers.
Postal carriers? Postal. They go postal every day. Right? That's what they say?
Postal delivery people.
Postal 2. Now we're serious. Anyway. Says we're still working every day. The national management of the Postal Service is trying to reduce overtime by delaying mail. So basically they're trying to kill overtime, thus saving costs. There's this whole article. I'm not going to go into it too much, but it's a little bit of a shakeup, a little bit of a change-a-rooney.
And it sucks if you don't get checks, if you don't get some of your checks digitally, if you get them via the mail, then it's a really frustrating thing, especially if you're, freelance employee, freelance worker, relying on clients to pay you.
Yeah. Or hey, but how about this? I just sent out a whole bunch of prints by U.S. mail, and I don't know how long they're going to take to get to people.
Right. Right.
Like all small businesses are going to get dinged by this, and also people like there's some old people or just people who get their meds via mail.
Right.
That gets delayed. That's no good for anybody. Like, what does this even look like when Christmas cards go out? I mean, I know that's kind of a small thing, but still, come on now. It's a service.
It's true.
If we're okay,
It's true.
We lose billions a day with the military. We should be okay with losing a little money with the post office. Come on now.
It means that every card you get, every birthday card you get is going to be a belated birthday card. You might as well just sign them. Sorry, I didn't get this to you on your birthday, even though I sent it 2 weeks ahead of time.
Well, and the other thing that would be nice is if there was another carrier that would send my little 4x6 print package
Yeah.
at a reasonable price. That doesn't exist. You don't
You
go
want
to
to go
FedEx.
UPS or FedEx on those?
Yeah, FedEx. What, a giant envelope that cost me $12 to overnight. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
That's not what that business does. So yeah, people are bringing up Kevin Costner. We all owe him an apology. The postman.
You were right.
You were right the whole time. Because one guy's gonna take care of it all and take mail to Tom Petty. Anyway,
True, if you built it, they did come.
that's right.
And then they left.
Also, that movie needs to stream. Gosh dang it! I want to film sack that movie.
Field of Dreams?
No.
Or Postman?
Postman. I want to see the Postman.
I was quoting Field of Dreams. That's why I thought you were talking about that one.
Didn't we do Field of Dreams? Did we?
Oh
film
God,
sack?
no, I don't think we did. Because I've never seen the whole thing.
Oh, I love that movie. We should
Yeah,
film sack
I
it though.
turn it off as soon as the guy says, "Is this heaven?" No, it's Iowa. And it's like, no, screw this. I've been to Iowa. I've been to
Brian.
Iowa.
Brian has no love for Field of Dreams.
I'm kidding. I've only seen clips, but I really still have not seen the whole full movie.
Ray Liotta is that ghost player you're talking about.
Sure.
Yeah.
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Yep. Yeah, you got Ray Liotta there, and you got your that one guy from 30 something, and the Revenge of the Nerds is in it, and some little kids in it. It's a good
Anthony
movie.
Edwards.
No, the one that was on 30 something. He's got a beard a lot.
Yes. Yeah. Redhead.
He was on the. He was a reporter, a regular recurring character reporter guy on The West Wing. Cannot think of his name.
Yeah. I know the guy you're talking about.
Jim Job Gibberson. He's great. All right, we got to follow up.
Yes.
Brian went to the doctor yesterday, and
I did.
Success was had. Right? How'd it go?
I
Everything.
assume so. Yeah. I mean, success really depends on your measure of success.
Well, how long is the average male finger? Let's see. Okay,
You know,
I measure 3 inches.
Long enough to touch the sky, as it seems. Yeah, so went in there because let's just be quite frank. The old P stream was not acting the way it's acted before. I know you come here for the poop jokes, but today we're going to be delivering the P stream.
All right.
And
The morning
wanna
stream,
make sure
very
that
different
it
morning
was-
stream today.
that's
for sure.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was a morning stream. Imagine if we went fine for the first 3/4 of the morning stream, and then we just kind of really slowly delivered the
Yeah.
last 15 minutes
Yeah.
of the show.
Yeah. Okay.
Age. Anyway, so that's what I had. That's what I was asking about. Just want to make sure things weren't overly enlarged or overly
You got like
cancerous or anything like that.
some kind of blockage.
And I'm happy
or
to
anything.
say that he says everything feels normal, does not feel enlarged. He showed me, had a little model in his office, almost as if he was ready for me, showing me what size they look like in a 30-year-old, what size it looks like in a 50-year-old, and what size it looks like in an 80-year-old.
Yeah.
And
Is it bigger or
the
smaller when you're
prostate-
80?
The prostate.
Is it bigger or
What's
smaller when you're older? Like, let's say
Oh,
you're
it
80.
gets bigger and bigger the older you get. Your
Okay.
prostate gets bigger and bigger. Like starts out actually, it's funny, like something like this,
Okay.
and well, maybe a little bit bigger than that.
Okay.
And then
Like a
by the
lozenge.
time you're 80, it looks actually just like this.
Oh my lord. Oh my gosh. All right, for those not watching live, it's a giant freaking ball.
It's a squishy Rick and Morty planet that
Oh
still
my gosh.
still smells like
Like Rick and Morty.
Mr. Clean or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
weird. Okay. Okay, well then but he found no obstructions, no blockages, no
Found
nothing.
no. Well, he's not gonna. He's even his fingers aren't tiny enough to be able to check for blockages or obstructions because it's your prostate. If you think of it like a donut,
I do every time I think
and you
of
do
it.
exactly. It'll keep you off donuts. That's for sure.
Yeah.
it basically the opening gets smaller and smaller and closes off your urethra and lets less and less pee get through the more enlarged it gets. And there's no real way to get without like an actual tool to go up the blockage or up the thing to put in a stent or anything like that. But anyway,
here's what they ought to do. They ought to give you the diagnosis of the Hank Hill narrow urethra. That's what they ought to do.
Sure.
Just so you can tell people, I've got a narrow urethra.
I've got a narrow urethra.
That's why you're the only boy in the house.
That's right. So just everything's good. I have some medicine called, it's like the Drano of urine. I don't know what it's called, but it keeps things like it opens things up to let things pass through, I guess.
Okay. Sure.
Temsilifin or something
like a dilator a little bit.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Barb is over there yelling at her phone saying it's called Temsilifin or something like that. Flomax I think is the handy dandy name that's on the commercials.
Yeah, but
with the I'm sure, what is the commercial for Flomax? Is it the moose that's walking around and all of a sudden he's not happy because
I have no idea.
the forest doesn't look as good anymore or something? He's having a hard time peeing.
I don't know what that is. But I like Dead Polymer's Pinot. That's good. Call it Pinot.
Pinot, like the Beano of Pinot.
Well,
yes.
like Drano, I think is what he means. Like,
Is that where he's going? Okay.
yeah, because Beano is to make you stop farting. See?
Well, I know what it's for. But Pinot rhymes with Beano, so I was thinking, it's like a play on Beano.
Oh my gosh, my wife showed up with tea and it scared me. Hi, honey. Holy Schmidt. All right.
Just talking about urethras, Kim.
Yeah, just talking about narrow urethras. How are you? Anyway. I'm glad it's nothing. I'm glad it's nothing
Just a reminder to everybody, if you've got anything going on there, if there's something going wrong with your pee, the doctor's office is the place you should be.
Oh, it rhymed and everything.
Use that whole rhyme right there to remember.
I had the opposite problem overnight. Maybe I was thinking of you or something because I woke up. I usually wake up maybe once a night.
The opposite problem, like too much pee is coming out at once.
It kind of was. Like at 2:30 in the morning, I had to pee. That happens sometimes, but rarely. It's usually if I drink right before bed or something. But normally, I don't have to pee in the night. I just get up in the morning. Last night, 2:30, and then again at 6:30. Now I did drink a ton of water before the evening before because I worked out and I was sweaty and hot and drank a ton of water. So I think that's what happened there. But man, I just couldn't stop peeing. I need my donut to get just a tiny bit larger to stem the flow.
That's another thing that's been happening lately is the frequency has gone up too. So
the frequency. Well, if you're bigger down there. See, this is great. We should have Dan on for this discussion.
We should.
But look, hey, we're all human bodies. We got to get our thing done.
Exactly.
I'm just glad you got nothing crazy or weird. That's
you don't want that area to clamp down so that you pee less often. You just want to make sure like you pee enough to where you don't need to go for a long time.
Right.
And
good point. Right.
That's a different issue. I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
Yeah. Well, I guess like Steven always says, stay hydrated, and we'll see how things progress.
Keep that flow going.
Did he
keep your hustle and flow, yo?
We kept calling him Dr. Jellyfingers, but I do have to ask. You have to ask.
Give him his money.
Give him his money.
Give him his.
What was I going to ask? What's the jelly du jour these days at the doctor's office? What are they?
Good Lord, I don't know. It's like a tube. This doctor, by the way, the doctor that did my physical or did the last time I had this done, about 3 years ago, I felt like I sat on an open peanut butter and jelly sandwich when I was done, and I was like, he handed me a few paper towels, said, "Oh, here you go. Go ahead and clean yourself up." I'm like, "Oh, jeez, really?"
That's terrible, dude.
It is terrible. This doctor is super efficient. I don't know what the deal was, but no, I did not feel like Slimer from Ghostbusters had paid me a visit in my undercarriage.
When you're done, did you say, "So, second date"?
I said, "Geez, doc, gonna buy me a drink first?"
Yeah, no kidding. Anyway, well done.
Moon River.
Well done, though. I think it's great
yes.
that you
You
came
just
away.
gotta have it done.
Yeah,
gotta do it.
Go get checked, everybody. It's not going to hurt you to go get checked. I had a friend have to. What was his deal? He had some kind of itis. I don't remember the name, but it was his prostate, and he was only like 32, and it got huge, and it was a problem, and they had to do some kind of weird surgery. And he's okay.
really?
He's okay now, but so it can happen even when you think you're still 32 and got nothing to worry about. So just something seems a little off.
Yep.
Go see the doc if you have insurance, which is a whole nother argument to talk about. All right, we got some stuff in the mail from our good pal Cleo, and she does this about once a year where we just get something cool from her. It's always very sweet and nice. I don't think she's in the chat today, or is she? I don't think so.
Nope, she listens after the fact because she's working
Yep.
while the show's going on.
She hasn't been able
and
to be
everybody
live.
saw my Bob Ross shirt from yesterday. That was
Brian's.
That's what Cleo sent me.
Now,
I did change it, by the way, before I went to the doctor's office because I felt like that shirt sent the wrong message.
oh, really? What message did it send?
It's like, hey, what's going on, doc? Yeah, all right.
Oh,
move
at
up."
you mean at the doctor's office? Okay, I thought you.
Yeah,
meant on
I
the
just
show.
switched over to like a plain black T-shirt and said, yeah, let's wear that to
All
the
right.
doctor's office.
I don't know. Maybe he would have found it jaunty. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
know
want
what
him
he found.
laughing while he's digging around.
Oh yeah. I just
want him
I
focused.
noticed your shirt. Oh no!
Exactly.
Okay. My wife opened the box, so I blame her because we were supposed to do this unveiling live on the show.
Yeah.
I still haven't actually seen the actual object, but I know what's in there, I think. But I'm going to do as her wishes. On the envelope, it said, "Read this first." So I'm now going to read this letter.
All right.
This card. Words that sound dirty but aren't, it says. And by the way, if my nephew Owen is listening, Owen, I promise your parents are probably going to make you stop listening to the show after I read these. I don't.
Maybe now's a good time to go in the kitchen and have a Pop-Tart.
Yeah, go get a Pop-Tart. He's a good kid. I really like Owen a lot. But here we go. Ball cock. Sounds dirty, isn't.
Sounds dirty. Yeah.
Angina. Blowhole. Kumquat.
yeah.
These are all terms the doctor used yesterday while he had his finger in Brian. All right, so
Totally
then
were, yeah. Bear
ins-
down and say kumquat.
inside it says, so this is like a late birthday thing. It says, "Happy birthday, manhole woodpecker Uranus." Anyway, it was really sweet.
That's funny.
Thank you for that. And then she included this. I didn't mention this to you yesterday, but she included a little baby Yoda
Oh,
t-shirt.
little Van. Is that for Van?
That's for Van, little baby. I wish it was for
Adorable.
me. I wish this would fit me. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I'd be a tiny little person, but it's a little baby
You really
Yoda.
cut down on the po' boys for that to fit you.
It says cutest in the galaxy. He's going to wear this probably
awesome.
Wednesday, so that was super sweet of her. So I can't wait to give that to him. Not that he'll notice. He's too young to know what the hell's going on. He wears a Snoop Dogg shirt a lot. I don't know if you knew that.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty great.
An actual Snoop Dogg shirt is like a parody that,
No, it's got a big old Snoop's big face on it. And it has some stuff on the back.
a Snoopy Poopy Poop Dog
Snoopy
shirt.
Poopy Poop Dog. Now, the big reveal. This lovely flowered box here.
Oh, wow. That looks beautiful. I
Doesn't
wonder,
it? It's lovely,
what,
right?
Yeah. What beautiful thing comes in such a beautiful box?
Oh, here's the label. Okay, let's see what this says. The brand is a little confusing because apparently this is the Gwyneth Paltrow sub brand or whatever, so it's her Goop brand, but it's Heretic, and then the title on this is "This Smells Like My Vagina." Okay, now I haven't opened this to smell the candle, so we're gonna do it now on the air and
Let's
see.
do it. We want an accurate description of what that candle smells like.
Yeah, at the bottom it says "Bougie Parfume."
Yeah, I'm sure that's the correct pronunciation.
What the?
Patrick, where's your Patrick again? Go
Yeah.
Cue up some Patrick.
Yeah, is Patrick around? Hold on. Do I still have that up? I think I do.
What's in the box?
Okay, he might say with this one. Here we go.
And make fart noses.
Oh, he wants to make
There we go.
fart
That's
noses.
appropriate. That's how that word is pronounced.
Oh, here it is. Patrick, how do you pronounce this word?
Massive wiener.
Oh, all right. Massive wiener.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, all right. Well, I heard a little James there for a second when you did that. Oh, that was weird.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, it's so what does it smell like?
Oh, that is so unnerving how well that you do that. All right, so I'm going to open it. Let's take everybody out of their misery here and just do it.
That's right. Now, maybe I wonder if it's sealed. Is once you get the box open, is the candle sealed? Oh, like it's a
No.
smaller box.
Apparently, it's just
Oh no, I guess it is. It's fully.
fully in there.
Fully-
It's no
wow.
wrapped or anything. So
Just
let's
peel
take it
back
out.
the.
Now I'm not gonna. I am not breathed through my nose yet because I don't want to. I want to do this right. I want to get it right up under my
Yes,
face. So
yes,
right
you
now,
don't want a pre-sniff
right.
until you get the full-on.
Yeah. And I just,
Nose
and
deep.
it also says this here, so I can't wait to put this out where my mother-in-law can see it.
Oh yes! Oh my God! You absolutely need to do that.
Yeah, she's gonna love this. All right, so here goes. Should I just smell it? I guess
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous because what if this is horrifying? Like, what if this is like, I don't know, the bowels of hell?
I can't imagine that they'd sell something that smells like the bowels of hell.
All right, here goes.
Like
Oh,
the bowels of Gwen.
it just smells like a candle. Wait. Yeah, that's just like a candle.
Well, come on, give us more than that. I mean, a candle can smell like a bunch of different. Is it floral? Is it fruity? Is it?
It's very floral. What
Can
would
you tell what she had for lunch?
She sat in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Wait a minute. It smells like floral and what is that? I might. There's something else I can't put my finger on
Does it
it.
smell like apple?
No. Did we do a sufficient number of what's in the box references before we open this?
I did a couple of them.
Yeah, you did a couple. I just feel like it. I just don't know if we did enough. All right. Well, it just smells like a
funny on
nice.
so many levels.
It just smells like a nice candle. It's just
Oh,
not
Cleo's here now. Cleo's here.
Oh, is she
You
in
didn't.
here?
You didn't miss the moment, Cleo, because it was. He was describing it as smelling like a candle.
Yeah. Like it smells like a candle. Okay, let me put it this way. This is going to sound terrible. If Gwyneth Paltrow's crotch emanates this particular aroma, she'd just walk around without pants and air it out to the world all day long.
Sure.
Do you know what I'm
Use
saying?
her as an air freshener.
Yeah,
Right,
just be in the room and go, blah, hey, everybody, blah. And just
call
let
her, renews it, and put her on the.
Yeah, stick her in the wall.
Put her on the dining room table.
I mean, it's actually just kind of. It just smells like flowers. Like it's nice.
Cleo's description was funeral home or Florida.
Actually, you know what? Okay, now I know what it reminds me of. I'm getting a little bit of like nicer casino room, hotel room, like a room at the
like the Wynn or the Cosmo,
or
or the
even
Aria,
Bellagio or something. Just kind of just like a night. You walk in there, and go, oh, it's nice in here, and there's like a cool little thing on the bed and all that. This is what this smells like. I'm having Vegas memories from this.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is Vegas smells
like Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina.
What
the
a
Gwyn,
weird,
the Gwyn and Encore smells like.
what a weird thing to market and sell, though. Still, to this moment, I just can't quite get over it that it even exists. But I am totally going to have this out. I'm going to have the black part facing my mother-in-law when she gets there, but slowly through the evening, I'm going to
rotate it slowly, so it's been there the whole time.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic.
Perfect.
All right.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you, Cleo. These were super sweet, and especially the little
Absolutely.
T-shirt. I love this. This is going to be great. Funny enough, the shirt smells a little like the candle because it was packed in there. So I guess.
So this shirt smells like you can. It's too bad it doesn't come with a shirt that says this shirt smells like.
Oh yeah, that would be great. I'm sure Taylor would totally approve of my use of that thing. All right.
When you give the shirt to Taylor for Van, don't say what it came with. Just say smell that, and see what she describes it. That way,
That's a
she's
good
not
idea.
going in with a predetermined expectation.
That's a really good point. And then she can. I'll say, "What does that remind you of?" And just see what she says. And she'll say, "Oh,
This one time when I saw Coldplay in concert,
that is a gnarly reference. It's like 3 layers deep. It's really good." It's really good. By the way, he's been doing this cool thing lately. Speaking of that dude, the singer who he's not with her anymore, right?
Chris Martin. No, they had a conscious uncoupling.
Okay.
Was their way of describing their split was a conscious uncoupling.
He was tired of that candle. Anyway, he does this thing on TikTok where he'll do little duets with little kids.
Oh, really?
Like they'll be remote somewhere and they'll want to sing one of his songs, like Yellow or something, and he'll do it. Like they'll sing it first, and then he'll do a little duet and do a little backing on it. It's the cutest thing.
Aww.
Yeah, he seems
super cool.
He seems nice. Seems like a nice guy. I could be wrong. I have no idea. Maybe he's a psycho. I don't know.
I'm sure he's no. He does come across as a really nice guy. He's a guy that you wouldn't want to have a bad split up from. You'd want to have a conscious uncoupling.
Yeah, I'd want to consciously uncouple from that guy.
Yeah,
just slowly separate. He was Steve Jobs. That was Steve Jobs' favorite band.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, he loved those guys. Them and U2.
Yeah,
he never tried to foist Coldplay on us automatically on a with an iTunes update.
That's true.
Right.
Wasn't that? I think that was in the what's his name era though, wasn't it? Wasn't that Tim Cook?
Was that in the Tim Cook era?
I thought Tim Cook did the U2 thing. Let me see.
Oh, maybe he did.
U2 Tim Cook. I don't remember. Tim
the
Cook
U2
joins,
bootloader.
Tim Cook Tim Cook. And
It was right around the time of How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb. Was that the album?
I don't even remember. I remember being mad and irritated that they were trying to make everybody get an album. I just thought it was weird.
Oh, really?
I just thought it was weird. But I can't find the reference here. Oh, I put US, not U2. What an idiot.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, that's your problem. Oh, here it is. Remember when Apple forced the YouTube on us all? Okay, here we go. Not YouTube album. Yeah, it was Tim Cook. Here's a picture of him.
Was it? Okay.
Hanging out. You'll like this, actually. Hold on. Put it in your thing. Our super secret Discord.
Yes. No one will ever find it or ever see it.
Ever.
Wow.
Remember that?
Are they actually touching hands or are they just both pointing up? It just is a weird...
I don't know what they're doing. They look... Yeah, what are they doing? But look at Edge back there. He's like, yeah! And then the drummer... Or is it the drummer? Yeah. Drummer's back there going...
Larry Mullen?
Yeah. Not into
what
it.
was that? Or was that No Line on the Horizon? That was No Line on the Horizon, right?
Oh, I don't know. Is that the name of a thing?
That's one of their albums, yeah. Because what's the year on that photo?
It says here 2000 and... Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is more recent than I remember. It's September 9th, 2014. I thought it was right after Jobs died in 2011.
I thought it was pretty close to that, but maybe not.
I guess it's still pretty close. I mean, 2014 is not that far from 2011, but...
God, you'd think... It would be one of
Songs
the
of Innocence. Songs of Innocence.
Songs of Innocence?
Yeah. It says here.
Okay.
Let me make sure I read that right. Yeah, it says Cook brought out U2 to announce their new album, Songs of Innocence, which had been commissioned by the tech company and would be made available to each and every one of their 500 million iTunes customers at no cost.
There we go.
The weird part was it was whether you liked it or not.
Yeah.
We're just going to get it. So
really,
weird.
What does that do for your RIAA, a number of copies of your album sold if it's automatically included in
I mean,
in
do
iTunes?
they still do current things at U2? At U2, like it's a store.
Do they still do current things?
Over there at U2, do they manufacture items at U2 still?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I mean, we haven't had a new album since then. Or songs, I guess Songs of Experience came out 3 years later.
Let's see.
2017 was the last studio album by the band.
Okay. You just don't hear about that stuff anymore,
No.
I don't know. Weird times.
God, I would have thought that was a lot older than 2014.
I would have said 2011, 2012, the latest.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right. I'll tell you what's not crazy. The morning news. Time for the news, brought to you by...
This segment is brought to you by a friend of the show who encourages you to support the arts. Stream a concert or a magic show, buy a print, toss a coin to your podcaster, or make a donation to your local arts organization. We can all help the arts and artists survive this pandemic.
It's a really nice thing for that person to say.
Totally was.
Thanks, that person. who remained anonymous.
Thank you, that person who shall remain anonymous.
To this moment. All right. Man, this candle smells good. I'm just going to waft it here.
There you go. By the way, the great timing for this first news story, by the way.
I agree. I might want to burn that. Where's a match or a lighter? Well, maybe it's different. Maybe that's the point. You're supposed to burn it, and then you get the true
Gwyneth
experience.
hoo-ha smell.
Yeah, the true Gwyneth hoo-ha.
The true ha.
The true ha. The Gwen ha. All
The
right.
Gwen ha.
Man proposes to girlfriend with hundreds of candles.
Oh, how romantic!
Not like this kind though. And ended up burning down their house. Oh,
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's
Watch
too bad.
out.
It's too bad we weren't talking about
Talking heads?
Talking heads. I just want to say men without hats when I'm about to say talking heads. I think men without hats, and the reason I think men without hats isn't the music. It's because I picture David Byrne
not wearing a hat.
not wearing a hat, but wearing the big wide zoot suit, white suit.
The big suit. Yeah. It
And
wasn't a zoot suit. It was just a big white suit.
Yeah, and in my head, well, it seemed like they had big shoulder pads. Did it not? Maybe it didn't.
Well, I mean, it was a big suit. It had big everything. So
It just
it
seemed,
had to have big shoulder pads, or else it would have just hung. His arms would have hung down.
That's a good point. But I always picture him as a man without a hat, and so then I think it's weird.
It's true. He doesn't wear a hat during that entire Stop Making Sense concert. By the way, that was a recommendal a while back. It's still available on Amazon Prime if you have not seen Jonathan Demme's amazing Stop Making Sense Talking Heads concert. It is brilliant.
I want to see it. I
Just
remember
put
you-
it on the background, and you'll be like, oh my god, I never realized how many Talking Head songs I love. And when you see them like that, it's great.
David Byrne is like Morrissey for me, and he looks cooler the older he gets.
Yeah, for sure.
Morrissey looked like a little wet noodle most of his life, and then he got older.
And then he got older. The gray temples, I think, really helps with that.
He looks cool now.
Yeah, that concert opens with David Byrne walking out on stage alone, and it's beautifully shot, and it's a concert that builds. It's not just like, all right, the whole band comes out, does all their songs, then disappears for a minute, comes back for an encore. It builds. So it starts out with just David Byrne and a microphone and a boombox, and comes out and does Psycho Killer by himself.
And he's a man without a hat when he does it, right?
And he has no hat during that entire concert.
Okay.
No hat.
All right.
He is a man without a hat.
I rest my case, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that reminds me of two things.
Okay.
Sorry, I just finished. The season ended on Sunday for this first season, and it is a season. It's not a limited series.
Perry
I've
Mason.
kinda,
Oh,
yeah,
really? I
the
thought
Perry
it
Mason.
was limited series.
No,
Okay.
they're going to keep going. In fact, they end it in a way that's like, oh yeah, of course they're going to keep going. Plus, I guess they've already inked the deal for season 2. I really liked Perry Mason a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there are some people that have some kind of problems with it. I think it's better as a binge, so it's one of those that
Oh, good.
you'll like more if you just crank through it.
Yeah.
But man, I liked it a lot. It was really great. And then the other thing I was going to say is, I can't believe I didn't say it at the top of the show, but PC Magazine listed The Morning Stream as one of the top podcasts of 2020.
It did, and we ended up in the news and politics section.
I
which,
know. You know what they did? They
which is
just
good.
they went straight off the iTunes categories. I don't know why
Yeah,
they did that.
they did. Yeah.
Because our problem was we don't have a good category. There is no like morning show, or we don't have that option in any of the categories.
Right,
They're super
right.
limited. So when I originally set the show up, I'm like, well, where does this go? I guess news, but they only just have news/politics. They don't just have news.
Right.
That's their
Right.
category, not mine. So we signed up for that, and then the secondary category is comedy because we sometimes make the laughs.
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
And,
and it's the one that we've won all of our awards in. Here's the thing: so people are going to be seeing that PC Mag article and go, "Oh, the morning stream. This sounds like a really good podcast for political discourse
It's like no,
frank discussion about today's news."
yeah. And unless
What candle that smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina? I'm leaving.
That's like the guy yesterday who heard Film Sack for the first time, and he's all mad at us. He says,
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah,
hear
he
about
goes,
this.
I could only make it about 10 minutes into you guys talking about 16 Candles. What kind of podcast is this? All you did was make fun of it and talk about all the problems it had. And I'm like, it's in the name. We're sacking films.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we sometimes like what we see.
To lavish the praise upon the John Hughes classic 16 Candles.
But all that being said, it's an honor to be listed. Thank you to PC Mag for
Yes,
the
for
recommendation.
sure.
It was very nice. Okay. Where was I?
And
Sorry.
if you've tuned in based on PC Mag and you're still with us, whoo, you're in for a treat.
Oh yeah, especially if you've made it. If you've made it this far
Oh,
today,
yeah, it's true. If you were waiting for politics, they're coming up later on
Yeah.
in today's show.
yeah, and if you haven't left, then you're in forever. You're part of us now. Welcome,
One of
welcome, one of
Gobble
us.
google.
Ooh. All right. Let's move on. They said that we were a really great freeform show, is what they called us.
Yes.
I like that.
Which that is appropriate. That is true.
That's a nice compliment, I think.
Freeform.
Yeah. We talk about, fingers up butts and stuff. Pretty freeform.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, check this out. So this poor couple, this was a disastrous proposal, and you probably heard of plenty of those, but this one probably takes the cake. Man was making a romantic gesture, and it went up in flames when he inadvertently burned down their apartment. He shared with his girlfriend while setting up the proposal. The British man, who has now been named, we don't have. I don't have. Was planning to propose to his girlfriend. To do so, he lit hundreds of tea lights in their apartment. I don't know what that is.
Those tea lights are the little votive candles. They're like in a little metal puck, like a little metal disc.
Oh, people put them around their bathtubs and stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right
And you put them in other holders. Actually, I think I have one. Do I have one nearby?
I have some upstairs that are LED. I don't have actual candle ones though.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I had one nearby.
Well, anyway, so did not go as planned. He went to pick up his partner from right around the corner, and the candles he had lit continued to burn, and they just burned the place down.
Oh, geez. So he left all those candles burning in the apartment,
Yeah.
and then
I feel like that's a screw up. I feel like that's
you know what? Run, woman,
yeah.
whoever you are.
Get out now while you can.
or man, whoever he was going to propose to.
Is a lady. It says a lady. It says girlfriend. I assume that means she was a lady. Yeah. Don't burn down stuff. That seems seems bad.
By the way, Dice Tomato says Spider-Man's eyes peeling off. Technically, it's not. So this is.
Yeah, you guys aren't distracting at all in the chat room at all. Not at all. You just sit there. You enjoy the content. You absorb it. You don't really distract us.
It is curved so that it fits the shape of your eye. So
Oh, I see. That's why it flipped up. Oh, you should wear
Yeah,
those
that's why-
through the show. What are we even
just
doing?
wear just put these on and be like, hey.
Yeah. You look like Dame, not Dame Judi Dench, Dame Edna. Remember?
Edna.
Yeah.
Dame Edna, yes, I remember Dame Edna.
She had those super horn rim looking.
Did she
things.
officially get knighted or not knighted? What do you call it when you get
Was she
damed?
was she Australian? What was she?
British?
And was she? Did that actor portray? Did that person identify as she, or was that just an act? Like I don't know what all that was. It was
John Barry Humphries. Oh, he is I'm sorry, he is Australian.
that sounds right.
And he's he's CBE, so
He's a cross-dresser, not the same
British-
then, right?
British Empire.
Okay. She's a cheetah.
Yes. Because he's actually married to someone named Lizzie Spender.
Oh, okay. But is
But
Lizzie?
that doesn't necessarily mean, yeah, she's by all the pictures I'm seeing of Barry Humphries' wife, she appears to be. I mean, I guess none of this means that he can't be transgender or
He can
can't be.
be anything he wants, right?
He can be anything he
Oh,
wants.
but all these photos of him are in like suits and ties and stuff.
Yeah. So this was an on-screen this was not like a RuPaul situation. This was a just for the act, just for the show.
All right. The guy used to make me laugh. I can tell you that.
Yes. Oh, he was very good. And he did have cat eye glasses like Spider-Man.
Yeah, which was our whole point. Moving on. Thousands gather. This is the part that freaks me out, not the fact that it was during the coronavirus pandemic, but thousands have gathered somehow to see Smash Mouth. Ugh. Who's going to see Smash Mouth?
Well, this will get answered. Who's going to see Smash Mouth?
This is true. Thousands of fans gathered in Sturgis, South Dakota, this is where they have their big biker thing, to watch Smash Mouth in concert despite ongoing coronavirus pandemic. Smath Moush.
Smath Moush.
Smath Moush.
I want to start a Smash Mouth cover band called Smath Moush.
Smath Moush.
That
Somebody
is so
tell me.
fun to say.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to say. All right, anyway, he says the show on Sunday, August 9th is part of this year's Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, a 10-day festival estimated to attract 250,000 motorcycle enthusiasts. The festival featured motorcycle shows and roller derby. That's where the people get in the circle and they do future sport, basically, right?
So I have a neighbor across the street used to go every year to Sturgis, and he said he's not going to go this year because of the pandemic. But he's a regular, and we almost went with him one year just to see what it was like because
It's
it
intense.
seemed like just mayhem.
Yeah. Plus those bikes just all rolling at once and just making all that noise and
Yeah, and just
kinda
this
cool.
town just completely overrun by dudes wearing leather and having mutton chop beards and all that stuff.
it seems fun to me. I don't know why. It's not even really my jam, but I don't know why. But it seems like a fun energy. I'm not sure I would want to do it now, but
No, definitely not right now. But it's like Burning Man or that Mad Max thing that they did in the desert. You'd like to go once, just to see what it's like, but maybe not make it an annual thing, just to
Yeah.
see.
well, here's the deal. So the big concert poll was Smash Mouth, of course,
Yeah.
because that's what you're gonna do. Anyway,
Somebody once told me you're all getting corona.
Coroni.
Corona. Sorry, Gabe. Please continue. It just came to me and I couldn't stop it.
No, I love it. I love it. That's great. We're gonna. I got the
held in like a
Coroni.
fart.
Yeah, I want to be a little corncob pipe little old man with like a overalls and no shirt on.
You're getting corona.
Yeah, you hear what happened? I hear up the street they done got the Coroni. Oh, that's great. All right, let's see. Where was I? So these are the other acts, by the way. Smash Mouth, Trapped, Buck Cherry, Drowning Pool, Night Ranger.
Oh.
Night Ranger, I know. Reverend Horton Heat, Lit,
Oh.
38 Special,
Hold on loosely.
and let it go. Quiet Riot was there, probably playing their one hit.
Yeah.
Come
which
on, feel
is
the
a cover
noise.
even.
Oh, it is?
It is. Slade did the original Come On Feel the Noise, and they covered it.
I'm having a memory that you've told me this.
I might have.
Yeah.
But they had a secondary hit with Bang Your Head. Mental health will drive you mad.
Yeah, that's right. That was a terrible
Title
song.
track from that album, which this I don't know if I've told you. I have that album on vinyl over in the other room. And it's got it was mislabeled at the vinyl factory, I guess. One side says Quiet Riot Mental Health. The other side says Barbara Streisand Memories.
That's amazing.
I will never get rid of that thing for that reason.
Brian, you should cherish that always.
I will, absolutely.
I'm jealous of that. That's so great.
It is the greatest thing.
I have their tape somewhere. I bought the tape in the 80s and I still have it somewhere. But yeah, Quiet Riot, they sucked. They were not good. Oh, and Big Skillet. Don't want to leave them out. They were in there as well.
Big Skillet.
Yeah, Big Skillet. Yeah, they called me that. That was my wrestling name for a couple of years.
That's what you that's what you put over the Reverend Horton Heat.
Yeah. First it was my wrestling name, then it became my wrestling
Cook up
move.
your buck cherry.
Yeah, there you go. Got to cook your buck cherry. You got to drown it in the pool. It's all good. According to the event's website, organizers encouraged attendees to follow CDC pandemic guidelines and promised the hand sanitizer would be readily available throughout the park. Guests were also told they would need to have a mask with them upon entering the venue. However, footage of the concert showed little in the way of social distancing or face coverings. There is now footage out there of Smash Mouth frontman Steve Harwell saying this on microphone: "We're all here together tonight. F that COVID shit."
That's the best part is the dichotomy of those two sentences.
Yeah.
We're all here together tonight.
Yeah.
F that COVID shit.
Yeah. Perfect, right? Perfect. Anyway, I don't know if that would be, that concert's probably not worth it. But the bike stuff sounds cool. And I guess in 2019, there were almost 500,000 people there. So 250 is like half, I guess.
Yeah.
But, man, imagine 500,000 people taking your town over for a couple of days. That's just nuts.
I know. I think the people who live in Sturgis either are big, like big parts of this. Like they either, come out and enjoy it and revel with everybody, or they just lock their doors and stay inside for 72 hours and pray for it all to go away.
Right. And I'm willing to bet you this. Smash Mouth frontman Steve Harwell and the rest of his band probably got up, said that, performed a bunch of songs everyone thinks they like.
Sure.
And then
Might
left.
as well be walking on the moon.
Yep. And then they left.
Whatever it is.
Then they left without talking to anybody because F that COVID shit is what I'm thinking, right? So big talk on stage. It's kind of like when any performer goes, our favorite city is Detroit. We'll come here every year. We love Detroit. Like, no, they say that everywhere they go. Like the Simpsons did that joke where the Spinal Tap guys had it written on their hand.
On the back of the guitar, like they flipped the guitar
Oh,
up
yeah,
and it
they're
was
like,
printed on the back.
You guys, we love you, Springfield.
That's right.
All right. Let's see. What time is it? We got time for one quick one here. Actually, I'm gonna save one of these for tomorrow, and then I'm gonna get to the Colorado one here. We'll go real quick.
Okay. Oh man, I can't wait to. I hope you're doing this next one right here.
I'll do the nurse one. You want the nurse one? All right.
I want the nurse one.
All right, here it is. A nurse set off a fire alarm to see colleague's breast bounce as she ran down the corridor. That's terrible. Why would you do that?
That is terrible.
Senior nurse. Sorry.
And how did it come out that this is why? This is the best part. Is like, even if he or she did that for that reason, did he explain that to the fire department?
Well, Mr. Fireman, I was just hoping to see these boobs.
I just wanted to see these things.
Yeah, I just wanted to see boobs. A senior nurse, who set off an emergency alarm at the ward so he could watch a colleague's breast bounce as she ran down the corridor, faces being struck off. Now, in Britain, that means, fired.
Right.
Here, that means something
being
weird.
Struck off.
Yeah, you're going to be struck off. Wait, is that
He's
past?
going to get binned.
Is that past tense for stroked off? No.
Strike off.
Oh, now I just want Stroganoff. So that's the problem.
There you go.
That sounds all right. Let's see. Aaron Kibaja.
Aaron
Kabaja was manager of the dementia ward at that's even worse, at the Highbury Hospital in Nottingham. Sorry.
Nottingham.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, Nottingham, where the Robin Hood was and all that.
Exactly, yes.
And acted inappropriately to 4 women between 2012 and 2016. In 2012, he pulled the alarm when there was no emergency and simulated breast bouncing with his hands as a panicked colleague dashed down the hallway with her real breasts, I guess. What a douchebag.
He simulated breasts bouncing with his hands.
They're just now getting to this, by the way.
Pulled the alarm and went, hey. That's what I'm visualizing by that description.
Oh, that's all they gave us. There's not much to go on.
Yeah.
That's funny. That visual.
The video?
Yeah.
Oh, here's the guy.
Oh, is there? Yeah.
Drinking a Coke.
Yeah. He's I don't know. Why would you do this? Also, this is 2012. Why did it take him so long to get this guy in trouble? Get him in trouble earlier than this.
Yeah.
But he's just now paying for it. Oh, you know what? This was posted on the 18th or 2018.
18th of 2018.
All right.
You know what?
Hey,
we're just getting to it.
Yeah, we missed it on TMS when it first happened. We always pay our debts, so that's what that
It
is.
kind of was bunny foo-foo.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Bill Duran will be with us for a bit. We'll also talk to Justin Robert Young, but we can't do any of it without a song Brian has prepared in the laboratory. Brian, what is it?
Scott, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? I just want to ask you, how do you get to Carnegie Hall?
If I could record the action of the point and then send the point over the same surface again, I saw no reason why the thing Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
Use your credit card.
The morning stream. We just wanted more fish. They wouldn't give us any more fish.
That was trippy, man. Trippy.
Yeah, some 80s trippy sounding tripcore.
Yeah, a little wall of sound business going on there. Felt like I was going to drift off into happy spaces. All right, everybody. We are back at it, and we're going to call a couple of our good buddies today.
Yeah.
I have to add them, though, so hold on.
10-4 good buddies.
Good buddies. 10-4 good buddies. 10-4. That's 104 good buddies on their way in right now. So now I do this. Where is it?
Your bat cave's open there, Bill.
Bill Duran comes to us from the Pacific Northwest, specifically Seattle or thereabouts, and he is a guy who makes stuff and also comes on the show on Tuesdays and talks about making things and helping each other make things. Bill, good morning. Hello.
Good morning. I've been making a lot of things in Animal Crossing.
I saw your studio or your shop. It looks amazing. Nice work.
Yes. Yeah. Since I'm late to the party on everything, I started playing Animal Crossing like 2 weeks ago, and it turns out it's really great.
Mm-hmm.
And continuing the tradition I'm making during quarantine of recreating my workshop in Minecraft, recreating my workshop in The Sims. I recreated my workshop in Animal Crossing.
It's the right thing to do, dude.
It really is.
Yeah.
A lot tougher because you're limited to just the things that you get DIYs for and things you can buy in the store and stuff.
Yeah, I think the game so far that has given me the most flexibility has been The Sims. But there's something really fun and adorable about finding, like I spent the last 2 weeks specifically collecting things for my workshop in Animal Crossing, and there's something kind of fun about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks great. It looks very, very good. You've got corkboard and everything. Or not corkboard. What's that stuff called? on the wall?
Pegboard.
Pegboard. Yeah. That's hard to get.
On Twitter, I shared my dream address. If anyone has the game and they want it, you can actually go run around and check out my island if you want. So if you
You can wreck it too without causing any damage to your
Oh
reel.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, that dream thing is a welcome thing because previous to this, you got to arrange a time and then you got to come over and then you can't really do anything while someone visits, and so it's very nice.
Yep.
But yeah, you kind of killed it. You've even got like cosplay costumes lined up on the walls, and
So I know, and I've added more since then. I've got so much more stuff.
that's great. I
Anyway,
love
that's not actually the thing I wanted to talk about today. I have even bigger news than that.
it. Whoa,
Ooh, big news.
All
Big
right.
news, everyone.
Mhm.
Big news. So we launched a new book.
Mhm.
Kind of a big deal. Foam Smith 3, the third book in our trilogy. Isn't that a great word?
I want
Is
it.
Is that this book right here?
That's it.
Bill?
That's the
Could
one.
be.
Brian's holding it up. That looks it. Like it.
Yeah.
Is that
It's
you
the
inside
first-
there? Is that you in the helmet?
That's actually me. It's the first book of mine with me on the cover.
I
Nice.
think it's Rob, actually.
That would have been a pretty good joke.
That
but
would have been a great
actually,
joke.
I really wanted to. I really wanted me to be on the cover.
Oh, I
Yeah.
would love that. That's too funny.
Yeah.
No,
This,
congratulations. I know you've been working hard on it, so it's nice to.
And
Oh,
this
yeah.
cover piece is amazing. This
Thank you.
this helmet. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Super cool.
So we've been working on this. I've been putting it together kind of for the last couple of years, but we've been so stuck in making video mode that we haven't been able to finish this book. We've had a couple of starts and stops on it, but finally, in the last few months, we've spent a lot of our home time working on this thing, both Brittany and I.
yeah.
And we're super, super proud of how it came out. This is by far our best book, best looking, best information, and it's completely self-published.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know how much people are aware of what that really means compared to like traditional publishing, but I'll give you a quick rundown.
All right.
So obviously, I wrote all the words and I took all the photos, right? But that's only a part of what it takes to make a book into a real book that Brian can hold in his hands.
Yeah.
Brittany did all of the editing and the layout on it, like the cover and all that. She also did the behind-the-scenes work to work with our printing company so that we could get physical copies printed and delivered to our shop. And now we have a pallet that's like a 1,500-pound pallet of books in our shop. But the other massive part of the self-publishing thing when it comes to printing books is it was completely self-funded. We paid for all of it.
Mm-hmm.
All the books that we got delivered, we paid out of pocket for them, and we're just banking on people buying enough to cover it. And for comparison, the books we ordered cost more than our car. So it's not an insignificant amount of money.
No, you probably had a minimum and all that stuff too, right? You can't just do 3 of them.
For the printing we do, 1,000 books is about the minimum. And for this book, we bought 2,000 books. We got a better deal because we got more on offset printing, but it was still, a ton of money. But that's how we operate. And the upside is that we make all of the profit. So when you buy something from our store at punishprops.com/shop, 100% of the money goes to us.
Right. It's not like part going to Amazon, part going to PayPal, part going to whatever. It's just going to you.
Which is really, really amazing, which means if anyone ever buys anything from our store, you can know that it's directly 100% supporting everything that we do.
No middleman.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Way to do it.
Now, by comparison, a $30 book like ours, if it was published through a publisher, when you buy one, we might make like $2 or $3 on that sale, right? Yeah. Or even less in a lot of cases.
Right.
And they're banking on selling, making the New York Times bestseller list and moving, 100,000 copies or whatever. We don't work in that scale, so working completely self-published and funding it ourselves and getting the biggest part of the pie means we can actually make it work.
Yeah.
So that's the self-publishing life.
Nice.
You don't have to if you're going to do something like that yourselves, you don't have to do printed books. We did ebooks for a long, long time because there's no upfront cost, which was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, ebooks
but the people want paper.
Yeah, they want the physical thing. It's like so I'm holding in my hand my first self-published book, which is my compilation of comics for 14 years or whatever it was. And similar process, all the stuff you just described, we did the same thing. But what always blew my mind is everything in here, except for some commentary where I put some notes and stuff, is stuff people could get on the web. You could just go find these comics and read them. They're all there. They're, certainly at the time they were even more organized in one place. Yet this is people want a physical thing sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad. Here's the thing, though. Make sure if you're doing something like this right now, hurry up and ship it all because shipping's about to get weird.
Right.
It's about to get real weird, especially international. It's going to get real funky. So hurry up and ship them all, Bill, but get them out. Is what I'm saying.
We wanted to get, for example, copies. We have Foamsmith 1 and Foamsmith 2 in, I think I'd have to double check. But at one point, we sent a bunch of them across the pond to the UK so that people could order them from Amazon over there. Right now, sending a big old heavy pile of books across the pond is just ridiculously expensive.
Outrageous.
So we weren't able to currently get books over to the UK for that. Now people can still order them from our website. It's the shipping's just really expensive, and that's just the state of the world right now.
Yeah.
So they are all available, but that's just what it costs to ship stuff across seas.
Yeah, it's expensive, and it's probably going to get a little worse before it gets better.
And the weirder the country, the more expensive it is to get it there. Like Canada, Australia, UK, no problem. Then you start getting into like Belgium, $28 to ship something to Belgium.
Yeah,
it's not a weird. It's not a weird country, but it's weird how
it's weird how the shipping. Yeah, it's very weird. I sent a bunch of 4x6 cards just in envelopes to people who just bought these limited run prints I did, and in the States it's like a stamp. It's no big deal, right? For shipping. To send something to the Europe, it was like something ridiculous. It was like it was like $5 or something.
Oh yeah.
And they paid $6 for the thing. So it was like it's just no getting around it. I hate how that works. But
I sent we got a trilogy, so 3 books, and like a knife. We sent to Italy. It was $65 to ship it to Italy.
Good Lord.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Have you ever had anybody send you something and they held it in customs and made you pay extra for it, or ever had that happen to one of your things you shipped?
Yeah, that's happened to things I've shipped.
Yeah, it's the worst. Because I'll get an email from somebody going, "Yeah, I ordered this $15 thing from you, but they're holding it there saying I owe them $60 or something." And I'm like, "What is this racket you guys are running over there? This customs racket? It's ridiculous." Anyway,
so the book is all about making foam headgear, helmets, masks, crowns, all of that sort of stuff. And what's really great is that in the years since the last book came out 4 years ago, Foamsmith 2. And in those years, we have access to new materials, foam clay, really nice sheets of foam dowels, all sorts of stuff. And I was able to include all those new materials in this book.
You even go into detail about the foam, the head, the project that I started tackling. I'm going to finish up at some point, but creating the foam head, that's a great starter thing for doing helmets around it.
Yep, totally. Getting your own head form, super important for this kind of work.
Yeah.
We cover a bunch of advanced techniques. I teach how to make a pattern from scratch, which is probably the hardest part.
Yeah.
But I also included 3 free patterns so that you can print those out and follow along with the 3 example builds, including that dwarven Lord of the Rings style helmet I have on the cover there. So there's a couple of 3 projects in there. One of them is a really simple crown if you're looking for something to get a basic thing to get started on. But then there are a couple more that are a little more advanced that'll really push people try some new techniques, including some sculpting with foam clay, which is really neat.
Dude, look at you smithing. You're really smithing with foam here.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
That's fantastic. All right. Well, definitely worth grabbing. I assume punishprops.com is the best place to go grab the link and get it and buy it.
Yes, that is the only recommendation I have today. punishprops.com/shop. You'll see everything right there. It would mean the world to both Brittany and I if you guys went and checked that out. And even if you're not into this stuff, probably have a friend who is. If you would just share the book or the trilogy with someone who's getting into cosplay or thinking about it, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I personally stand behind this 100%, that this trilogy is every ounce of knowledge I know about making props and costumes out of foam. And that is not insubstantial.
Yeah. Well,
Very cool.
if you want to see how the story ends, read all 3 books to see where our character Bill ends up.
It's a great story arc.
Yeah. Strong trilogy. All right. Excellent stuff, dude. That's very cool. Go check it out. Punishprops.com is the place to do it. It's Bill Duran, everybody. Oh, do you have a bonus thing today? I forgot to ask.
Nah, just the book.
All right. Just the book. Hey, guys, just the book. All right?
Just the book.
It's a bonus and the main thing we're talking about. It's my dog. All right. Sorry, my dog just walked in. Bill Duran, everybody. Chinbeard on Twitter. We'll see you soon. Rainer,
what smells like vagina in here?
Yeah. That is Rainer's voice. Here, do you smell this? What do you think of this? Okay, let's see what her reaction is. Do you not like that? Oh, she does not like that.
Wow. All right.
She turned tail and head that other direction. Ooh, what'd you got here?
Okay, Raggy.
Okay. All right, Justin Robert Young entering the phase we know as him answering the call. Okay, that's how it works.
Just like Ghostbusters, he's answering the call.
That's right.
These are their stories.
Oh, I'm terrible with names.
It's Justin Robert Young joining us from his home office / studio in Oakland, California. Justin, welcome back to the show. How are you?
I'm excited to be here, friends. What's shaking?
Oh, I was really hoping we'd have breaking Vice President news.
Right, running mate announcement news.
Yeah.
Sometime between now and 2025, Joe Biden will announce his VP. We're almost positive. I'm almost positive, stepping out on the limb and saying, between now and the heat death of the universe, he'll let us know who is
somewhere in
very,
there.
very, very predictable vice president is going to be.
So do you? Okay, so your current prediction is Kamala Harris. Do I have that right, or am I
It's
thinking?
not a prediction, to quote Paul Heyman, the professional wrestling advocate. It's a spoiler. It's going to be her.
Okay.
It was always going to be her. It was never going to be anyone else.
Okay, so so no chance of anybody else. You're saying?
No. Well, all right. So there's a few things that has kind of led me to this position. Number one, realistically, there's not been anybody with the same kind of buzz and a surety that kind of permeates around Kamala Harris. Number two, you haven't really seen Kamala Harris fight for it. Like, there's not been she hasn't gone on a lot of television shows. She hasn't done a lot of stuff to kind of bolster why she should be the pick. She just kind of is.
Yeah.
She just exists and floats out in the ether, which makes me think that there's not a lot to fight about. The only time that you ever really saw there be anything that you could assume was maybe a little cloak and dagger pro Kamala stuff was when there was another black female, Karen Bass, who wound up getting floated. She's the head of the Congressional Black Congress. She's also from California. And boy, howdy, did the wolves come out for her real quick.
Really?
Like, we got, within 24 hours, it was like left hand, right hand, jab. You were in Cuba physically to be a fan of Fidel Castro. Right hand, bah! You opened a Scientology center in Los Angeles, and we have you on tape. Like, it was real quick. And then she said, oh, I was only opening the Scientology center because it was in my district. Ah, gotcha. Bah! Another one right in the nose. No, it wasn't in your district. She had to walk that back. So it's like, that was really the only time that I think that there was any. I do think that there is a very virulent battle within California politics, some of whom are on Kamala Harris's side, some of whom really hate Kamala Harris. And I think that's partly where that came from. But the other pick that right now is running neck and neck with Kamala Harris in the prediction markets is Susan Rice. She is the former UN ambassador for the Obama administration. She was going to be the Secretary of State after Hillary left, and then that got derailed because of how she handled Benghazi. She was the person that was out there first explaining that Benghazi was because a YouTube video.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, that was a silly time.
That was a silly time.
Yeah.
So interesting. Okay, so I kind of from the very beginning, if I was going to put money down, I was going to say Kamala Harris, just because she seemed like I don't know, it's the kind of pick you'd make, right? Like you got the establishment Democrat freaking Joe Biden, who's as close to middle of the road as you're going to get, and then you would expect him to go somewhere where it's like, all right, we could have our first female vice president. We could also have our first female black vice president. Like there's a lot of progressive value in that choice. I would think. Maybe there was with Pete Buttigieg, but he'll probably end up in the administration in some form. But out of everybody else, there was nobody else that really jumped to mind. Like I kind of thought maybe what's her name?
Elizabeth
Warren a little bit.
Elizabeth Warren is up there, although so let's understand what has already been said. Joe Biden said that in his last debate with Bernie Sanders that he was going to pick a female vice president. Like that was boys, you're out.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And so that is part of it. The other side is that now it's also become a thing that, okay, well, since Kamala Harris has been the front runner and Susan Rice is getting mentioned and Karen Bass is getting mentioned, there was a very pointed backlash to the idea that Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan, would be the pick, who is a white woman.
Mm-hmm.
Or Elizabeth Warren would probably face similar backlash, that you can't float out that it's going to be a black woman over and over and over again and then make it a white woman.
Right.
Like that is another another thing. The other big issue is that Kamala Harris has kind of been vetted. She went through a presidential campaign where people look under every rug in your house and try to find everything. And the stuff that was found has made Kamala Harris a persona non grata on the progressive side. She was the Attorney General of California before she became the senator. So she's somebody that has been on the side of the law, both in that position as well as the Attorney General of San Francisco, which was her position before that. But, there's not going to be a whole lot of surprises. People know that she was in a relationship with Willie Brown. People know that she had these issues with imprisoning people for drug charges. People know that she had the transgender community is not a huge fan of Kamala Harris. But for the Biden campaign, which is, in my opinion, extremely risk averse, The Biden campaign sees no possible risk that they don't want to avoid. A candidate that is as vetted as she could be, that is a black woman who's famous, is always going to be the safe space.
Right. I think you're right. I hadn't really looked at it from that angle, but I think that's totally right. Everybody else has, at least on the, sticking with the narrative of it will be a woman and she will be black, like this expectation. She's fitting all the criteria that you're talking about, plus the vetting possibilities. To me, it would be a shocker if suddenly he stood up and said, Andrew Yang is my new vice, whatever. Oh, by the way,
Speaking of Andrew Yang,
yeah, he's not. He's throwing some
enough,
shady little subtweet I saw today. He's like not happy he's not on that speaking list or whatever, right? Or what's the deal with him?
So he's hinted that he got offered the VP slot once.
Whoa, really?
It must have been very early on.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, no, he was very. I think he felt that he had a kinship to Joe Biden at some point during the campaign. And he felt that Joe Biden very much wanted to listen to him. Joe Biden said nice things about Andrew Yang, and he insinuated when Joe Biden made the announcement that his vice president was going to be a woman, that was a bit of a surprise to him, because I think he thought maybe he'd get mentioned at the very least, kind of boost his stock a little bit.
Yeah.
But now the Democratic speaking list has come out, and there is nary a Yang to be seen. And he is, and he went to Twitter with it.
Yeah, he said, I'm trying to find the actual tweet. Where did it go?
A little salty.
He said, I'll be honest, I expected to speak.
Oh, there it is. He says, I've got to be honest, I kind of expected to speak. Which he put up 9:30 this morning, 9:45 this morning. Yeah, he seems, what's the word for this?
Butthurt?
Is it butthurt? I guess so. I don't know.
mean, man, you play in these big league games, and Andrew Yang was. All right, here. You want to know what?
Go.
You want to know why you stay in a race forever, even when it's very clear that you have no shot?
All right.
You stay in a race forever when it's very clear that you have no shot because you want to get on the record promises. You don't want to give anyone anything until you get things that are kind of on the record.
Yeah.
So I would be very interested to interview Andrew Yang and ask him, if he were to be honest about it, and say, why wouldn't you just stay in? You always were going to have a message that was different than everybody else. As it turned out, he got out in New Hampshire the second week of February. If he would have stayed in another 3 weeks, the coronavirus shutdowns would have happened, and his universal basic income message, I think, would have resonated on a far different level than it did when it was theoretical.
I didn't think of that. That would have been different.
Now, beyond whether or not the people would have thought that he was a more acceptable candidate, I never think that he would have really made a lot of headway in terms of taking the top position, but certainly might have put himself in a Pete and Amy position to maybe get out right when the getting's good for the right endorsement. He also just willy-nilly endorsed Joe Biden on CNN. There's some stuff where I wonder if he looks at it now and says, man, rookie moves by me.
Well,
rookie
I mean,
moves. You
these
can't trust these people to give you, you can't just be nice and have them say, thank you, we're going to think about that down the road. No, everything's got to be at gunpoint in politics.
It turns out, very high success, great success in business doesn't always equal political acumen, right? You see these kind of mistakes on with a lot of different kinds of candidates that come from something other than political upbringing, and you can see the difference. It's stark. I get why, even in the case of Trump, I get why Trump voters would gravitate toward this sense of, oh, he's not a politician. He comes from the business world, and forgetting all the, the details about his business world, but for just a second, just this idea that your candidate is not usual Washington, it's that age-old thing. And it felt like Yang could have really been one of those guys and was one of those guys, but were it not just for a couple of sort of, like you said, rookie mistakes, he would have hung in longer, been a bigger voice for longer.
I think he punched above his weight. That dude went from guy on the couch to guy we're having this conversation about in August, right?
Yeah.
Like that is, let me take nothing away from Andrew Yang.
Yeah.
Like that guy way overperformed. He established himself as a national political figure, and to do that within a calendar year is amazing.
Yeah.
And he should be commended for that. The difference is once you level up, hey, it's great that you went from high school to the pros, but now you're getting waxed by all these people that have been doing it for a very, very long time, and you got to adjust to the speed of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's really the big difference. But I don't know, I really liked Andrew Yang. I could have stood to see him do more or go further or whatever, and maybe he still can, but I don't know if getting on Twitter going, I really expected to speak, is the right tack to take. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, I don't know. I don't think it hurts him. I mean, because, look, if there's one thing that he probably understands more than ever now is that the Democratic Party doesn't care unless you take everything by gunpoint. And so, like, you have to have a mob. Look, the Democratic Party has a crisis on their hands in terms of where they want to go ideologically.
Yeah.
Like, this is clear. Tonight we're going to have a primary in Michigan where Ilhan Omar, who is among one of the most famous congresswomen, is going to face a very stiff primary where she got outspent double. I think it was like $5 million spent by her opposition in a Democratic primary race in Minnesota to end her political career effectively. And that's because there is a war in the Democratic Party about exactly how progressive they want to be. And the Ilhan Omars and AOCs and Rashida Tlaibs and Bernie Sanders, who's technically still not a part of the party, want to make it a far more progressive institution than the Joe Bidens and Amy Klobuchars, and even to a certain extent Elizabeth Warrens. What they have to reckon with is exactly where they want to go and how they want to message that.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be an interesting couple of months. I can tell you that. And if they announce that like today or sometime this week, then it's kind of on, right?
I'm done, man. I've been calling for this thing to be done for 2 weeks. I mean, especially because it's going to be so lame when it's Kamala. And it's like, she could have done this forever. Why wait?
Yeah.
Like, why are you waiting? Because now it blew my mind they didn't do it at the end of last week or last weekend. Mostly because this could have been the entire week where we celebrate Kamala Harris.
Well, but to what benefit though? Is it why is it better to know sooner than later? Like, why does it actually matter? Because I actually don't know why it matters. When they tell us when she's going to be,
Well, there's a couple reasons. Number one, you want the conversation to be about what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
So, if Kamala Harris is your announcement and it's historic, it'll be the first time that a black woman is on a major party ticket, then that means that Kamala Harris is now going to go on every television show and radio show that you want to put her on. While she is there doing that, she can push the narrative that you want to be about this week and this campaign. Like that, this is messaging 101, block and tackle. Everybody's listening. She gets to talk about exactly what you want them to talk about. There's very few times that you're going to get the opportunity to say exactly what you want. And an announcement press tour is one of those times. So if you do that now, you effectively are going to have, or Wednesday, as the speculation was from the New York Times report last night, that means you get Thursday and Friday. And even then, you're butting right up against the Democratic National Convention when you had the world's attention anyway. So it's like, okay, yeah, layer on the fact that there's a vice presidential announcement. Tim Kaine got announced by Hillary Clinton 2 days before the convention last time, but he was a boring Ned Flanders ass. Who cares, right? Kamala Harris is supposed to be historic.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Ned Flanders, who cares? That's amazing.
He said like 3 words in Spanish, and we were like, look, that white guy speaks Spanish. And then we all moved on.
Yeah, Tim Kaine didn't really leave it much of a dent. No question about it. All right. This is all great. Now, if Justin's wrong, I'm not saying you're going to be wrong. I think it will be Kamala Harris. But let's just say, in the off chance your prediction is wrong.
Yeah.
Like Game 5 of the 1989 NBA championship. Everybody was sure Detroit was going to walk away with it.
Somebody just watched a basketball documentary.
Yeah, exactly.
In case you don't follow Scott on Twitter.
I am obsessed with that damn thing. I was so into that stuff back then. Anyway, if you're wrong, what do you want to do on the show that's just slightly embarrassing? It's your choice. You can do whatever you want. What do you want to do?
Oh, I got to do a thing on this show? I feel like
show.
I already have a thing on my show. I don't remember it, though. But
oh, really? Do
you
have
already?
A promise you made on politics?
I can't remember. So I'm sure somebody will remind me. But no, I've been chesty about this one for months.
I think you're going to be right.
This is not anything that I have. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it
can be anything. You could say, "Oh, I'll eat a."
Ooh, shave his beard, Dan Wally says.
Ooh, I don't know if I'd even make you do that though.
Will I shave my beard?
Because that is a sexy. Well, you grow it back.
It might have been
like
Ashley in the chat room that suggested that.
Isn't it like a day?
Oh no, Ashley likes the beard. Ashley doesn't
she does.
like
Okay.
it when. Yeah, well, mostly because the beard right now is moisturized and soft, downy soft. You know, when it has to grow back, it gets a little.
But you grow hair like a freaking chia pet. You'd have it back in a day. Right?
Oh no, yeah, no. I grow hair like Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
It's very, very fast.
Wait, Michael J. Fox Teen Wolf or Jason Bateman Teen Wolf? Which one?
No, the MTV one.
Oh, the MTV one, drama. Okay.
I was gonna say, guy in the bleachers with his doodle out, Teen Wolf.
Yeah, I've never seen that. So, but I assume that the Teen Wolf concept goes the same way. Yeah. Also, troubling racial allegories to Teen Wolf. I should probably stop using that metaphor. I've used that metaphor forever because everybody laughs when I say it. But trouble othering in
a little bit,
Teen Wolf.
A little bit. But hey, it's 2020. Let your flag fly. Justin Robert Young is our guest, of course, and he often does other cool things on the internet. Would you like to tell people about anything particular this week so that we can get them over looking at you and give you their eyeballs?
Absolutely. So we are 2 things I want to plug. Number 1, the stream, twitch.tv/Justin R. Young. Not only are we doing stuff Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Eastern time to 4 p.m. Eastern time, but also we are 3 p.m. No, I screwed up. Anyway, 10 to noon Pacific is when I'm live Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Right.
But also, I will be for the next 2 weeks after this be covering the conventions. So next week is the Democratic convention. The week after that is the Republican convention. God knows what these things are going to look like. We have never seen conventions that look like this, and I can't imagine anybody that you would want to watch these more with to break them down than me. I got some surprises in terms of the set for everybody.
Whoa.
It is going to be awesome. I'm very, very excited about it. I'm putting some work into it, so it is going to be a very good time. Go ahead and check out twitch.tv/Justin R. Young. And this Friday on the Politics program, we are doing our back to school special. So we have interviews with experts, interviews with parents. We have a Q&A, emails from listeners to the show that are parents and teachers about what they're going through. So if this is something that has affected your life, as anybody with school-age kids has been affected by it, then I think that this is going to be a great exploration of what is, I think, an extraordinarily challenging topic.
Yeah, I think so too. No one better to handle it than Justin Robert Young. Justin R. Young on Twitter. Justin, have a good one. We'll see you later.
See ya.
Thank you, Gerbs.
Bye now.
Bye.
All right, Brian.
Yeah.
That brings us to the part of the show where we have to get out of here. But before we do,
yeah,
a couple of quick emails. Some fan service, first of all. Oh, I got to play the thing.
Please play it.
Here we
Please.
go.
I want
Fan
service! This is from...
So well edited.
Look, it's a science at this point. Shane Mattix wrote in. Such a great name, Shane.
Shane Maddox, right.
He says, hey, Samwise and Boromir. Hey, if you're Boromir, let me think for a minute. You're the one that got a whole bunch of thick freaking arrows from those orcs at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And
Don't remind me.
Because you can't simply walk into Mordor. Anyway.
No, and I die in everything is the problem.
Yeah. Plus, I'm an irritating hobbit that wants to say tomatoes a lot and things like that.
Exactly.
Anyway, says, I'm just wondering if... exactly. I'm just wondering if you might be able, if you might be able to point folks in the direction of my Twitch channel, TV Travis's. This is TV Travis, by the way. Did I mention that? I didn't.
Oh, you said it was Shane.
Isn't that his real name?
No, you got to complete the sentence.
Did I screw this up?
No,
you got to
Shane
complete
Maddox,
the sentence.
Shane Maddox wrote it in, but finish the sentence that begins with TV's Travis because. Because this is not for TV's Travis.
Brian, if I had $1 for every time someone said, you've got to finish the sentence, I'd have at least $50. All right. I'm just wondering if you might be able to point folks in the direction of my Twitch channel. TV's Travis at twitch.tv/TV's Travis has been an awesome inspiration by streaming his classic adventure games as of late. So I have decided to go back and play through my entire Myst collection. My channel... Huh, what? What'd you say?
I said, there you go.
Oh, okay. My channel...
It's Shane Maddox's entire Myst collection.
Yeah, totally different guy. My channel is at twitch.tv/Shave Maddox, M-A-D-O-X. So Shave
Maddox.
Maddox. Thanks so much for all you do and continue to do, and always stay safe, says Shane Maddox.
Stay safe. I love it. I love that that kind of catches on in little tiny bits and blobs here and there. So
Travis,
stay safe.
Travis, I'm an idiot. I apologize. I don't know why I was doing that. In my head, it was like, oh, have I always thought his name was Travis, but really it's Shane? Because you don't know it. Because you don't know with nicknames. With the nicknames.
What's funny is they competed against each other on ANTP where you were a judge. You should know that they're two different people.
But we didn't call them their fake names
We
there.
called them TV's Travis. We totally did call him TV's Travis.
But not on the regular, right? Wasn't it just
we did.
Travis?
We called him... Well, maybe we called him just Travis.
Yeah.
But we did call the Jen all the time. We never called her anything but the Jen.
Oh, that's true. But yeah, internet. We live in the internet. It's hard. It's a hard place.
So... Shave Maddox is in the chat room. Are you going to read the books? The as part of this? I guess you can't really do that on a live Twitch stream unless you read the books out loud.
I mean, you can, but
you can.
Are there books for Myst? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's several books, and I read the first one.
Are they
I still
good?
have it in my library somewhere around here. Actually got it signed by Robin and Rand Miller, who came to the Tattered Cover bookstore out here to
cool.
talk about it and talk about playing the two brothers in the game.
Is it good, the books?
It is good. Yeah, they're very very swords and sorcery kind of thing. I mean, no dragons or anything like that, but they're good about, these two brothers fighting and creating these portals in books to go to different worlds and creating those worlds, and one of the brothers hides these books from the other so that he can do these worlds all on his own.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And enslave the people who live there, I think.
Yeah, what a weird thing.
I've only played the first 2 Myst games, so I'd be curious, Shane, to see this, because I actually have the third one and I've never played it. Surprise.
Myst 3 Exile.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I played Exile.
Oh,
it was the most recent one that I kickstarted, and for whatever reason I haven't played it yet. But it kickstarted about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago.
Is that even out? Well, okay. So according to the website, the games that exist are Myst, Riven, which is the second one.
Riven was the 2, yeah.
Myst Exile or 3 Exile, then Uru Beyond, Ages Beyond Myst in 2003.
That was and I think that was an MMO, Uru. Like you could.
Yeah.
It was an open world kind of thing where other people could go in.
Yeah, it was not a successful effort, but yes, it did exist.
It's too bad. It was a clever idea, but yeah.
Let's see. Myst 4 Revelation came out in 2004. This was entirely made by Ubisoft. Let's see, and then Myst 5 End of Ages in 2005. Then that says that's it. Has there been another?
There is a newer thing. What is the newer thing?
Did they have to call it something different because they don't own the rights anymore? or something?
Abduction.
Oh.
Let's see. Anticipation, SRA rights, launched a Kickstarter on April 18 to provide digital copies, 7 games, as back rewards, a linking book, LCD screen. Oh, that was a different thing. Oh, there it is. Kickstarter-based Abduction. While Abduction is narratively not linked to Myst, the game was considered by Rand Miller to be a spiritual successor to the
okay.
Myst series.
That makes sense.
So
that makes sense.
So Abduction is the thing. But yeah, they had a book that had
I played this. Sorry. I played Abduction.
You played Abduction?
Yeah, I did. I totally forgot. I forgot the name of it, but I totally played this game. It's like out in this desert, and it's very misty. Misty as hell, this game.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was them.
Funny.
Yeah.
Well, geez, I don't know why I didn't play it.
You should
I need
play
to
it. I have it
You
on
should download it and finally freaking play it.
I have it on Steam. It's good. It's a good game. I got a little bunged up toward the end and didn't finish, but it's cool. Yeah, I forgot all about that. And it's a full 3D game. It's not like pre-rendered stuff like Myst was.
Yeah.
It's cool. Anyway, it's not point and clicky, I can tell you that. This new thing, Abduction, is very not point and clicky.
Right. I wonder if I can still download it. I have the... Oh, I do still have the Steam code.
Yeah, if you have a Steam code, you can pull it down. No problem.
There we go. I'm downloading it right now.
There you go. Brian's finally going to play
About
Abduction.
freaking time.
Yep.
2016.
Yep. 4 years later, finally in. Unreal Engine 4, it's a pretty game.
Jeez.
There you go then. Thank you for that, Shane. And yes, please do check out his channel. And TV's Travis while you're at it. Twitch.tv/TV's Travis. All right, that's the end of the show. Thank you all for being here. As usual, you can support us at patreon.com/TMS. It is the fuel that funds our engine. We need it to exist. So thank you. We also have bonus content, including full shows on Fridays you can't get any other way. So patreon.com/TMS. Imagine $1 a month, what that would get you. It turns out just about everything because we're idiots. So go do it. Patreon.com/TMS. For everything else, frogpants.com/TMS. That'll do it. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we got recommendals. We got Tom's Tech Time, all that fun stuff. I got a great recommendal that I may have already leaked here today.
Or on Twitter for 17 hours yesterday.
I'm so obsessed with it. It brings back these memories. It's really weird. Anyway,
that's cool. It may inspire me to check it out myself because that's usually not a thing I go for. But
I think you'd really like it. I will talk about it tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's it. What else is happening today? The instance is on at 12:30 today, so come back for that. If you are inclined.
Talking Shadowlands,
some beta stuff, some stuff about Classic, some earnings call stuff, whole bunch of stuff today. So come watch Garrett and I. I think Patrick's still traveling around somewhere, but that would be great because Europe is smarter and they can travel a little bit more than we can. So nice job, Europe. Europe. All right, that's it. Let's get out of here. I need a song though. Can't go without a song.
Jeff.